The year is 1966. A U.S. Navy commander sits in front of TV cameras in Hanoi. His face is calm, his words carefully chosen. To the casual viewer, he appears to be cooperating. But look closer, his eyes are blinking in an unusual rhythm. It wasn't random. It was Morse code. And it spelled a chilling word: torture. This single act would become one of the most remarkable displays of resistance by an American prisoner of war. The Vietnam War was escalating, and the skies above North Vietnam were filled with danger. A squadron of U.S. Navy A-6 Intruder all-weather attack aircraft launched from the USS Independence on a bombing mission deep into enemy territory near Hanoi. Enemy anti-aircraft fire roared from the ground. The lead aircraft was struck, plummeting from the sky. The pilot, Commander Jeremiah Denton, and his bombardier ejected. They survived the crash, but their relief was short-lived. Within minutes, they were captured by North Vietnamese forces. Denton wasn't just any officer. At 41 years old, he was already a respected strategist, winner of the President's Award for his thesis on international affairs, and former Fleet Air Defense Officer for the U.S. 6th Fleet. Now, he would become one of America's most famous prisoners of war. Denton and countless others were locked inside North Vietnam's infamous prison camps. Among them, the most notorious was the sarcastically nicknamed Hanoi Hilton. Far from luxury, this was a place of unrelenting misery. Prisoners were subjected to starvation diets, solitary confinement in cells as small as 3 by 9 feet, savage beatings and humiliation, sensory deprivation and electric shocks. Despite claims by North Vietnam that they abided by the Geneva Convention, the truth was very different. POWs endured years of unimaginable cruelty. Denton would spend 8 years in captivity, 4 of them in solitary confinement. In 1966, only a year into his captivity, Denton and other POWs were forced into a propaganda parade through the streets of Hanoi. Beaten and harassed, they were pushed past an angry civilian crowd. The situation became so violent that even the guards feared the mob might kill the Americans. But Denton's most famous moment of defiance came when he was forced onto North Vietnamese television. The interview was staged to show the world that prisoners were treated well. Sitting under the glaring lights, Denton was ordered to speak. He gave carefully measured answers, claiming that the conditions were adequate and offering only diplomatic remarks about U.S. policy. His captors believed this was acceptable propaganda. But Denton had another plan. He began to blink. Slowly. Deliberately. The pattern was unmistakable to anyone trained in Morse code. The word he spelled out was torture. It was a breathtaking act of defiance. At enormous personal risk, he exposed the truth about POW conditions to the world. When U.S. naval intelligence saw the broadcast, they instantly recognized the message. This was the first conclusive proof that American prisoners were being tortured. The cost of his resistance was brutal. After the interview, Denton was subjected to even harsher punishments. He was beaten, isolated, and relentlessly interrogated. Yet, even in the darkest days, he became a pillar of leadership for fellow prisoners, boosting morale, organizing covert communication systems, and showing unshakable resilience. Year after year, Denton endured horrors that would break most men. Prisoners at the Hanoi Hilton described days without food or water, interrogations that pushed the human body to its breaking point, years of being cut off from the outside world. Denton's willpower, however, never faltered. His blinking message had proven to the United States that their captured men were suffering. It gave hope to other POWs and fueled international pressure on North Vietnam. On February 12, 1973, after 8 years of captivity, Jeremiah Denton was released. Cameras recorded the moment he stepped off the plane and saluted, saying, "We are honored to have had the opportunity to serve our country under difficult circumstances. We are profoundly grateful to our Commander-in-Chief and to our nation for this day." For his extraordinary courage, Denton was awarded the Navy Cross, one of America's highest honors. Denton rarely spoke in detail about his years as a prisoner, admitting that the memories gave him nightmares. But his actions, especially the blinked Morse code, remain one of the most ingenious acts of resistance in military history. His story is not just about survival. It's about courage, leadership, and the unbreakable will to fight back even when stripped of everything. The Vietnam War produced countless stories of tragedy and heroism. But Jeremiah Denton's defiant blinking of the word torture stands out as a moment when one man, with nothing more than his eyes, told the truth to the world. Sometimes, even the smallest signal can carry the weight of freedom.